Well, let's ask Tim O'Toole, the Chief Executive of First Group, the majority partner in the consortium. So, Tim, Stagecoach, the longest-running franchise holder since privatisation, 21 years. What are you going to do that they couldn't do?
Well, it's not what they couldn't do. Stagecoach is a good company, and they've had a solid run on Southwest trains. But they were operating under a different franchise, different ITT, different requirements, different expectations by the government. I think this government has heard loud and clear that the passengers want to step up in quality. So this is the first franchise where quality is weighted equally with price. And they were looking to see who could meet those requirements. So it wasn't so much First Group versus what Stagecoach had been doing. It's about two different bidders coming forward with solutions in answer to what the government's looking for. And I'm pleased that ours was chosen.
So what are the big differences that passengers are going to notice?
I think we looked at this as every element of the passenger experience. So it starts with expanded car parks, then more money being put into the stations, then more flexible ticketing being put in, different ticketing products. So we'll have mobile barcode readers. We'll be linking up with the smart cards throughout the franchise area. And then most importantly, it's new trains, a lot of new trains, 750 new carriages to deal with the commuter crush. And of course, we get the benefit of the investment going into Waterloo that the existing franchise is overseeing with Network Rail. We'll be quadrupling the bandwidth for Wi-Fi on the train. So actually, you'll be able to use the Wi-Fi that's advertised. It's really every element of the customer's experience we're going to invest in.
Now, a lot of people would say you already run the GWR rail franchise. It's been heavily criticised in the past. It used to be called Worst Great Western when you ran it. Shouldn't you be concentrating on fixing that first before going into Southwest Trains? We're
very proud of our work on the Great Western because, of course, it's going through the biggest transformation on the rail network. And as someone who's went through the rebuilding of the underground, I know what that is required. And one of the things I'm proudest of on Great Western is if you talk to the stakeholders right through the West Country, they're very supportive of the management because they recognize the delays to the electrification of Network Rail has been something we've had to cope with. But if you look at our whole portfolio, I mean, we run Hull Trains, which shoots the lights out in customer satisfaction. No one is even close to it. We were granted another franchise for TPE, which at one point was the fastest growing franchise in the UK and on numerous occasions cited as Train Operator of the Year. So I would put our record of delivery up with anyone in the industry.
But GWR's passenger complaints are still running at more than twice the level that they do on Southwest Trains at the moment.
And the delay in the upgrade is also running late. Unfortunately, we just have to get our public, our passengers through that program. But when it gets to a position of stability, like Southwest Trains has been in for a number of years, I'm confident you're going to see the appreciation expressed by the public. And we've already started to see it. I mean, the compliments we get on the new livery we're introducing and the amenities on the trains has been very encouraging. And that's what you have to do. You have to keep giving the public things back so they're reminded of the value for money that you offer.
Now, the unions have been grumbling today about the fact that your partner is MTR, which is part-owned by the Hong Kong government. Could you have bid for this franchise on your own? Why was it necessary to partner with MTR?
Well, actually, the expression of interest we did on our own, and we intended to bid on our own. MTR approached us, and we thought about it, and it made perfect sense because this wasn't a franchise where you're bringing one big new idea. It's just about the discipline of the operation, especially in that commuter segment of the market. And my hat is off to MTR with what they've done in Hong Kong, what they're doing here. I mean, my goodness, they're going to run the Elizabeth line. And so we thought that it would only improve our offer to bring them on board, and we've already benefited by their thinking and just the discipline and operations that we'll be able to bring forward.
All right, Tim O'Toole from First Group. Got to leave it there, I'm afraid. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.